Well, a YouTuber you are not. I can certainly see already that you're drunk, and I'm sure everybody else can because you're really bad at reading yourself. This and this is the only other thing that I've done tonight, except for the drinking. Oh fuck, it's time to go get a beer. This is a good one. We don't get too many of those these days. So, back at Sonapa. This was your first week. Last night. It's currently like... Oh, hang on, I'll just show you. Oh! As soon as I don't trip over the tiles and die. Microwave might do better. Oh, right. You'd have to read backwards to do that. 5:33 a.m. But you might have actually made a good choice. You're really bad at... Oh, you just sued. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. But you still got 2. Dumbass. Okay. Well, you're only going to watch this a couple of times anyways, so it really won't matter much. This could be good, though. You've worked at... Sorry. Of course I dropped you. Why wouldn't I do such a thing? You've worked at several restaurants, you've opened several, you've closed several. You even did both once. I hate that face. Stop doing that. Actively try and do that. But you never do it in public, though. That's important, too. You save the real side for Mitch, and he's the one who suffers. Alright, well, today was also the day when Mitch went to go and basically read Barbara the Riot Act, and I wish I could have been there, but apparently it wasn't as fanfared as I thought. That's okay. The wimp in you wants to just play it off as, well, he's just sick of dealing with it, and I had no idea. But you shouldn't do that. You should just fess up and be like, you know what, I'm fucking sick of the bullshit. Because if you weren't pissed off about it, he wouldn't have been. And that's what makes him great. And that's why you gotta start doing this. Please. Figure out a... You have to figure out a different way. Please. Please do this. Please. Not for me. Do it for him. Even if I already broke him, do it for him. Figure out a way. I know it's not going to be tomorrow. God, that got dark real quick. He deserves that. Even if you think you don't, he deserves that. I pour this one out, but I know I just opened the one that's right there instead. Might even think about turning the camera off and then doing it. But he said it so well earlier today. Technically, it was yesterday. I can't lie to him. And he knows things that I never wanted to tell him. And if I don't tell him by some magical I want to say sense of conscience, but you always have a sense of conscience, which is why you're not looking at yourself while you're talking even still. Lying is try not to lie. Try not to ever lie. And if I do, I try and fess up to it. What I'm talking about is a different thing. Guilt by omission. I believe that's how Sabrina Marie Ledoux used to put it. It's not accurate. You're losing it, dude. You gotta get to sleep, and you gotta stop doing this. You really gotta stop doing this. You really don't care that you're driving yourself into an early grave. You've actually reached a really sad point where I suppose that's a interesting side note to end on. It's your sister's birthday today, and you've reached the point where you've driven the people who are the closest to you away. You've got to figure out what it is that you're drinking at, and fix it. That's it. If you're trying to drink away childhood problems, you don't have any more. It's over. It's done. You're an adult now. What's done is done. It's set in stone. If you're trying to drink over a bad day at work, it wasn't that fucking bad, because you're still making a hell of a lot of money, and you're still doing alright. Despite several $1,000s of credit card debt, you are still doing just fine. Hovering on the edge, but you're doing alright. Stop spending money. You've been obsessing over this castle that you want to build so bad that you've been sketching it, and even bought graph paper. It'll be here later today. Things are looking up. You're still making pizza and washing dishes. I mean, the world could end tomorrow, but I don't think that I'll be allowed to wash dishes for very long. And you know what? Even if that's the case, $17 an hour. You stand there, you never have to worry about what the fuck do they want now? There are no tickets. You kind of love it in Dish. Except your hands get all nicked up, but yeah. Offer me 40 hours a week in Dish? Yeah, I'll do that. Let me do it on my own though. Or some green behind the ear trainee. Here, let's. Cody. I want Cody. Cody was great. He there's a science to a kitchen. Sometimes it all lines up. You never have to say behind, because you know somebody's behind you with a knife. Sometimes it just sinks. And then sometimes it just... Screaming, coming around the corner means that somebody steps right into your way. Or box kicks the door. It doesn't matter. Stop talking work. It's your day off, fuck it. Doesn't matter anymore. It's your one day off. Oh, 2. Oh, and then of course I have to think about La Barbara. Called me today, yesterday, August 9th in the year of our Lord 2024. Because allegedly, apparently, Carol called asking if I had paid her anything. Never have I ever given money to Barbara because the money came from Carol. I owe Carol now $200. Gave her $3 today. Mitch tried to take $200 to her and she wouldn't take it. Which is actually really fucked up because you have exactly $200 in your pocket to give to her. No, an extra like 17, doesn't matter. Which you should have just given to her when you went to pick up your paycheck, but it really stressed you out. And in the same run, you were so pissed off about that on the way to work that when you were about to pay the $200, you just quit. Next shift is a Sunday, doesn't matter. Just give me a long video, I think. I'm trying to keep it short. Trying. So Barbara wouldn't take the money, but before that, this comes before, you knew Mitch was gonna go down and talk to Barbara. And you told him to just go ahead and just fucking let into her, and she wouldn't take the money. And then she kind of snapped at him. That man snapped at your boss for basically for gritting her teeth at him. And that man has gone to bat for you and gone to bat for you every fucking day of your life. You keep punishing him. What are you gonna do when you're sober? Like, really, what are you gonna do? That's the big question. Right now, that's the big question. What do you do with yourself when you don't have a drink in your hand? When you're not out here chain smoking, dying of emphysema anyways, and probably cirrhosis. What are you gonna do with your time? Knitting worked for a minute. Art worked for a minute. The actual physical activity, not the person. That never worked out well. Just wanted it to. What are you gonna do with your time? You've been designing houses. A house. Alright, I'm going to try and negate Mitch's prime argument to Barbara today and correctly use the word but. No, not the actual word, B-U-T. Because he's right, anything you say after the word but negates it. Typically. Oh, God. Either the neighbor ate some really bad fish or he's drunker than I am. It's not good. I hope he's okay. Okay, I forget my original statement, but I'll go with this one. Seems to always be the case. Certainly a sign that I should go to bed. I'm gonna rethink. So I've had some amazing opportunities in my life. Absolutely amazing. I'm not religious, but I will say it in this particular fashion because it seems to make the most sense. I have lived a very, very blessed life. Anything that I have ever really desired long enough or wanted long enough to do, I have been able to do. So then I suppose comes part two. I am the luckiest son of a bitch to ever walk the face of the planet, and you've said it enough times that it's already starting to lose its meaning. You bitched at yourself for not understanding its meaning. This is just going to be another one of those. Oh, that was a really cool video about me thinking I was good enough. You are good enough. You've yelled at yourself for this too. What's it going to take? You're at your most honest, you're happiest. Right here. Right now. This second. This moment. Always. You're not sad. You know you're going to pass out soon. You're going to sleep. You're not really going to rest. You're not mad at your mother. You're not mad at your sisters. You're not mad at Mitch. You're just fucking drunk and you want to think. And that's the thing I love about drinking, is I love to just get drunk and think and talk to myself, I guess. But stop using your hands. Different method. Well, I'll be up to at least sunrise rewatching this one, and probably not comprehending it much. Trying to recall some key points. Key point number 1. Yeah, you know where you are and what you're doing. Key point number 1. Do not lose Mitch. Don't do it. You know that already. There are people that you've met in your life that you I'm trying to figure out the best word here. Enamored, I think, is a good word. There are people in your life that you have been enamored with. There are people in your life that you thought loved you, and you thought you loved them back. There have been casual friendships, and there have been long-term relationships, I suppose. Kind of covers a lot of territory. But there's nobody like Mitch. And the only reason that he is ready to walk only reason that Mitch is ready to walk isn't because of this. It's because of that. This should have been a different video. Remember Memphis? New Orleans? Atlanta? Marietta? Mitch is an addict, alcoholic, whatever, however you want to put it, who has managed to get his shit under control and is just waiting for me to do the same. It's all he wants. Just stop doing that. How do you figure out how to stop doing this? What do you do? Alright, enough. This has been going on for almost 27 minutes by the time I wrap this up. And I still have to try and watch it back and then try and remember to watch it in the morning and hopefully every night until I figure it out, which will never happen. Someday on my mind. You can do this.